Yes, dear my respectful viewer of Islamic Iman TV, I'm so happy that you are, listening to me. This subject is not for the life; it is for the afterlife. And the declaration of faith is essential for every believers that have to know, because it will question it, and then you have to answer about it. If you don't know it, at that time, if you are not answer the questions, and then you will be punished, and you will be under the different condition of permanent life. So that's what I request to every moment, every person, to entirely understand the declaration of Islam, of religion of Islam. This religion was Islam, but it is the deen of Allah, religion of Allah, in the Allah Islam. Ad-Deen in the Allah Islam. So anything that is in the circle of the religion of Islam is essential to, you have to understand the declaration of it. Now, as mentioned about explain about the two words, one is resurrection and the other one is after death. The resurrection, I said there is two of them, one of them is Sughra, another of them is Kubra, or Yawm al-Qiyamah al-Sughra, Qiyamah al-Kubra. And this Sughra is all about the process of the person dying. Of the person when die, must the relatives, sons, daughters, or son-in-laws, or so all anybody which is at that time that is watching to the person how dies, they have to chanting, they say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, so that it will help for that deceased. Now here is the question, how long takes between death and resurrection? Islam hold different positions regarding the abode after deceased. For instance, in the believing point of view, man is the union of body, soul, and spirit, not a separate entity. They are combined all together. One is. There is a hadith, the time person dying, narrated by Sahih Bukhari, with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, when the soul is taken by archangel out of body, then the eyes of person, eyesight follows it. Really, if it is you watching the person dying and he is looking, you see that he watching, but when the time his turned the eyes like turning like this way, they are opposite, and you see the follows, means that it means the eyes also has a very special gift by Almighty to all his creations, living creation, that when his soul or that take away and the eyes follows and turning, it means the eyes always is happy to the light, to see the light. If there is a dark and your eyes not happy, not see it, that is the moment which the person is dying, the eyes follows it. It means this dunya, this life become dark to the eyes, and the other side it shows brightness, and the eyes is turning that way by itself. Subhanallah. That is also Quran mentioned it in brief reference about the period of between the death and resurrection. So individually, every person die individually in a different way, but the time of dying is never be postponed or never delay. On time is reached. That's according to the schedule by Allah. The time he must die. Like I mentioned, he is the highest tower. Still, the time reached, he will take it. But the question here is how, what, by what way. Now the process I'm talking about, then the die is individually. Someone is choking, is die. Someone is falling from the roof, die. Someone accident, die. Even though everything also has supposed to have a reason why the persons go to the roof, by what intention, that he fall down, he's die. Or someone is making swimming for enjoyment, for something, he die, he cannot come out from the water. But someone is dying for the way of Allah. What does it mean that? Like I mentioned, this religion is religion of Allah, and you are in the worker, in the serviceman for this religion. In that time, if you die on the time of your working, and you are busy on your duty, if you die, still you get reward. But if someone kill you at that time, you will martyr. So there is a lot of talking about always everybody. Most of the time when I see a lot of people say, he is a shaheed, he's martyred, he martyred. That is also as a kind of blame that their own way. Allah knows how the person says a shaheed. The martyr, like I said, only person to be on the way of the religion, either in jihad, either in the for Hajj, or on the way to the mosque, or under the tabligh for Islam. If someone killed, and he is a martyr entirely. But if someone is other intention, somebody killed, that the shooter or the killer has the same his crime, the same azab, the same punishment he will receive, no matter the person he killed, he be shaheed or not. But the shaheed way is he has to be on the way of Allah. But the martyr, the person which he killed somebody, he is the same degree of punishment by Allah. So the one who is martyred, Allah mentioned in Quran, وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أموات, died, بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ وَلَكِنْ لَا تَشْعُرُونَ. It means he is alive. He will be sustained by Allah. In the archangel gave them foods, fruits, drink, until his schedule of dying, what time he's supposed to be in. Before he's supposed to normal die, immortal, he receive a lot of things. And after that, depends of the what before what he was a good person or bad person or whatever. And if it is, then start back again to he is be as a peace and sleep. And also the individual people would die with some reason, and then on by his own time, by sickness, by some kind of some reason, his time was there, but his deed was very bright. He did always good things for the people, good persons, everybody like him, and so on. Then he, when the Ankar Nakir, which I asked him the whole question, he answered all, and then opened a door towards to the, call it processes. That called processes, it means barzakh. And then they take him to the barzakh. The barzakh also is this area of one of a trench with all kind of bad-looked creatures, and the other side is like a garden. It's just like call it the paradise of Jannah, Jannatul Barzakh. So depends of the deed of the person what he did in his lifetime. And also about the the person he killed, like I said, somebody is, and he is crying, he did bad, and Allah never forgive him, and what he received the punishment is in the verse of Quran. It is chapter I think chapter 71 verse number 25 it was about the killer, about the one somebody kill or suicide somebody, lots of people die, what he will be. Quran mentioned in that verse, it said مما خطيئاتهم أغرقوا فادخلوا نارا فلم يجدوا لهم من دون الله أنصارا. It means this person at that day, Allah saying that he will be drawn, and because he admitted by himself, he has to go to fire directly. Then he could not find anyone except Allah to be help him. He has no more help. He directly go to the nar. فَادْخُلُوا النَّارَ فَلَمْ يَجِدُوا لَهُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَنصَارًا. The suicidal person, which is only to make people die, that all of the people is different accountability has it. If those people die through to this suicidal person on the way of Allah, on the way of the Islam, those are all shaheed. If those among them some people was on a different idea, has it to go to the for the kabarat at that time and go to or do something else, it depends of his mind, but he received his time to be die at that time. He will die, but this is the martyr is the one who be like this. And also this is when they reach on the time of the graves, and these two archangel which is alive with us all the time, these are Kiramul Katibin. These are all the transfer the soul to the another two archangel, which is with they are Ankar Nakir, and then Ankar Nakir, and they are responsible to read the file of the person, and depends of what he did, and they will make a order what this is supposed to do for that, either go to good or bad. Anyway, give you one more break here. Inshallah, I will come back a little bit more information is there with my mind, share with you. Stay with me.